Turn the lights on, let's get started. What's up, GQ? Y'all been asking. I brought the jury out, I brought the rocks out.
Rappers aren't just known for the music they make. Most of them are also known for their very unique sense of style. And the most important accessory that completes their outfit is some super expensive piece of jewelry. Rappers tend to go all out to show off their wealth with their pieces of bling, and a chain is probably the most iconic piece of rapper jewelry. So let's look at some of these pieces that the rappers have shown off in the past and just how much they cost. These are rapper jewelry that cost more than your life. Please remember to hit the like button if you enjoy this video, then subscribe to our channel and turn on the notifications. That way you will never miss a thing. Lil Jon. Not only is this a rapper that created his very own type of rap, but he also received a Guinness Book of World Record for the massive chain that he owns. This is a rapper that brought crunk music into the mainstream and created a massive fan base for this genre. And he was so proud of the genre that he debuted a custom pendant with the words, "Crunk ain't dead," in 2007. According to Guinness, it was the biggest diamond pendant to ever exist at the time. It has a total of 3,756 diamonds, and it stands at 8 inches tall, and it weighs a whopping 5 pounds. So it makes sense that this chain would be worth a lot. It reportedly had a massive price tag of $500,000. Jay-Z. He normally has a pretty reserved style when you compare him to other rappers, but that doesn't mean he doesn't like a bit of glamour every now and again. A gold chain is a pretty iconic piece of rapper jewelry, and Jay-Z took this idea to an entire new level. He had a custom-made Cuban chain created for him by Raffaello and Company, and it cost about $200,000. It is a relatively simple piece. It doesn't have the flash that some of the other pieces on this list have, but it is a solid and massive piece that looks incredibly valuable. T-Pain. Rappers love choosing pieces that are completely custom and true to their own personality. So when fans saw rapper T-Pain's chain with the words "big ass chain," no one was really shocked. It might be pretty unique, but rappers don't normally wear anything that is mainstream anyway. It is a chain that lives up to those words. It weighs over 10 pounds, and it is a combination of yellow and white gold. And it also includes 197 carats of diamonds too. It costs $410,000. It is expensive and also pretty funny, so we are sure that T-Pain loves it. Or at least we think he does. He admitted later on that the chain was only created because one of his friends dared him. And afterwards, he wasn't entirely sure just how smart it was to spend so much money on a dare. One thing is sure, it will stay one of a kind. Pharrell. These days, Pharrell is not really known for having a style that is very hip-hop. He looks more like a funky businessman. But that doesn't mean he doesn't have some super expensive and massive pieces of jewelry, like his custom NERD chain. This famous Jacob the Jeweler piece had a mind-blowing price tag of $1 million, but that just might be a bargain. When you consider the amount of detail and just how many colored diamonds were included in making the chain, plus the exclusive designer, it was never going to be cheap. Each link in the chain is iced out to a different color diamond, but it is the pendant that is very special and completely unique. It depicts all of the members of his band, NERD. It uses different colors of diamonds to give each band member a unique outfit and their own accessories. It is a piece that might not be everyone's style, but no one can deny that the attention to detail is pretty incredible and unlike anything you usually see. Sean Kingston. Holding onto this little piece of your childhood is always a good thing, and Sean Kingston decided to do this with a chain that is worth $500,000. The chain was a puff-style chain, but again, it was the pendant that really showcased the rapper's unique style. It was a pendant that was made out of precious gemstones, for example, rubies and emeralds, that was put together to look like a Crayola crayon box. Probably one of the most expensive boxes of crayons that was ever made. He seemed to love his chain, but he only got to wear it a few times when his sister shipped it to a jeweler and it got stolen in the mail. The real heartbreak came when they realized that the package was mistakenly only insured for $500. Those last few zeros would have made quite a difference. Rick Ross. He is not only an incredible rapper with loads of hit songs, but he is also one of the best MCs around, and he is one of the best producers. He has a lot of his own ventures, including his own record label and a chain of Wingstop restaurants all over the country. But his fashion sense is still very much hip-hop. His success just means he can afford some incredibly expensive pieces of jewelry. He is the owner of the most expensive chain on this list. It costs a jaw-dropping $1.5 million, and it is made of gold. The pendant takes the word self-expression to a whole new level. It is a self-portrait of sorts with the pendant looking exactly like him. Not many people would be able to pull a chain of your own face off, but it's just quirky enough to be perfect for Rick Ross. Megan Thee Stallion. Traditionally, hip-hop and especially rap was a musical genre that was completely dominated by men, but in the last few years, women have been starting to make their own mark in this genre genre too. People like Nicki Minaj and Cardi B are great examples of women in hip-hop. One of the most popular and respected female hip-hop artists from the last few years has to be Megan Thee Stallion. And she has not only dominated the hip-hop music scene, but she has also made her mark in jewelry. She has her own custom chain from Elliot Eliante. It has a pure diamond pendant with the words "Hot Girl" on it. It weighs a total of 155 carats and it costs $425,000. So it is pretty expensive and super sparkly, but the best part? It didn't come from a family member or from someone else who was trying to get into her good graces. It came from her own hard work. She bought it herself for her own birthday present. Just another example of women doing it for themselves. But it is a pretty cool piece of jewelry too. Kanye West. We all know that Kanye is not entirely known for having a very subdued personality. Through the years, he has had a lot of influence on general pop culture. He has his own very successful clothing line, and he even tried running for president in 2020. It is safe to say that Kanye can be just a tiny bit over the top, and this over-the-top personality sometimes blends into his style too. For example, at the 2010 BET Awards, where he performed wearing a pendant depicting the Egyptian god Horus. The gold chain is massive and the custom pendant was even bigger. Seriously, I'm not entirely sure how he was walking with it without falling over. It was literally bigger than his head. It was super in your face, but that completely fit with Kanye's personality. Take Off. Migos are known for their great tunes and memorable lyrics, but it is Quavo and Offset that have the most successful solo careers. But it might be Takeoff that has the most iced up piece of bling. He owns a Mariner chain that has pendants all over it. These pendants include planets, stars, and suns, and then it has a bigger pendant with a rocket ship right in the middle. A rocket that is ready to take off. Get it? Every link on the chain and each pendant are all covered in diamonds. It is a super shiny piece of jewelry and obviously a super expensive solar system. It cost the rapper a cool $500,000. Gucci Mane. He is credited for being one of the creators of trap music and has been a popular rapper for a really long time. So he obviously has enough money to buy himself some incredible pieces of jewelry, and that is just what he did. He designed his own custom piece of jewelry in 2017. It is a piece that is just a little bit longer than a choker. It features two panthers biting opposite ends of three clustered tennis chains. It is a heavy, solid piece with a total of 4,500 diamonds. The panthers have 1,800 diamonds and the rest of the chain has 2,800 diamonds on it. It weighs a massive 165 carats and cost him $500,000. It is pretty incredible and really unique. Even among some of the crazy chains and pieces that we have already seen today, it is completely different from anything else. Lil Uzi Vert. This is not only the most expensive piece on this list, but it is also the most out there piece on this list by far, and probably one of the most talked about pieces too. The rapper had been saving to get this pink diamond since 2017. The diamond is just shy of 11 carats and super valuable, but according to Lil Uzi, when he did finally get this incredible jewel, he knew he couldn't just design a piece of jewelry to set it in. He apparently has a massive tendency of losing things, including jewelry, regularly. So if he set it in a chain or in a ring, he knew that he would likely end up losing the valuable piece. So what would he do? Well, he decided to undergo a procedure where he actually had the diamond implanted into his forehead. That way he will never lose it and he can show it off all the time. People have had a lot of thoughts. Some compare the rapper to Marvel's Vision. One thing is for sure, the $24 million piece is definitely unique. Rappers enjoy showing off their wealth with massive pieces of jewelry. Thanks for watching.